Bunch of junk. Front page of the Toronto Sun today. News that, prisoners have decided they want free heroin needles. Free heroin needles given to them in the big house so they can keep shooting up their junk. Let me read you a quick quote before we get to our guest, Jeff Currier. Steve Simmons, a former inmate, he said, when I was in prison, I would see people passing one homemade needle around and sharpening it with matchbooks. The needle would be dirty and held together with hot glue. I watched people shove a dull needle to try and penetrate their skin, creating craters, abscesses, and disfigurements. I wanted to be involved in this case, that's the lawsuit to force them to give them needles, to save lives and prevent the spread of hepatitis and HIV. I think I've got a simple solution. Don't do heroin, especially in jail, but maybe I'm too simplistic. Let's bring in Jeff Currier. He's radio host at CJOB Winnipeg. He's the Nighthawk. Jeff, am I being too simplistic in saying you're in jail, don't do heroin?
No, I don't think so, Ryan. And in some cases, I know we live in a nuanced world, and nuance is one of the words that we like to use a lot. But in some cases, the shortest distance between 2 points is still a straight line. And if you don't want to get hepatitis C, if you don't want to get HIV, you can't share needles. You can't have unprotected sex. In this case, this guy is hep C. It's a tragedy, but the wounds are self-inflicted.
Now, this is not the first time the idea has come up that we've got to give harm reduction. That's what they always call it, harm reduction. We've got to give needles to the prisoners. But then if we give needles to the prisoners, I always say they'll turn around and argue, well, we don't know if the heroin is clean or dirty, so now we have to give them heroin since they're prisoners and they can't easily go buy their own heroin. But this isn't the first time the argument's been made. In fact, it was made by NDP and Liberal members and Bloc members, remember them, of the Justice Committee about 2 years ago in a report. They said, we've got to do this. It's the compassionate thing to do. Yeah,
I understand the argument that the war on drugs is not winnable, but it doesn't mean we have to join the other side. Right? It doesn't mean, we can stop fighting the war on drugs if you like. That's another discussion. But I'm not prepared to switch sides in this one. Even if you want to remain neutral, do you have to say, let's go buy some junk, let's go get some drugs from people who are using it to behead people near the Mexican border? Let's buy some drugs, the money of which winds up fueling international terrorist organizations and international crime, and give it to our own criminals. What color is the sky in our world right now?
I've got to wonder about that. Let me just take your idea of stopping the war on drugs, and a lot of people make that argument, just end it, and things will get better. So let's say that we had done that already, and we've still got heroin addicts in jail. I don't know anyone that gives the libertarian argument of end the war on drugs, let people do what they will. I don't know anyone that makes that argument that also says, and heroin's really good for you. So, if we followed that ideal of let's purvey them, let's switch sides, we would be putting something that is dangerous and deadly into the arms of inmates that we are supposed to look after because we're their keepers at that point.
Well, look, we want to ban soft drinks and chocolate bars in schools because this stuff is bad for you. But we're prepared to give people heroin? Excuse me?
Yeah, it does leave one puzzled. Well, Jeff, thanks for dropping by to talk to us today. I think you put the nail on the head there with the banning chocolate bars and soft drinks. Puts the nail on the head. Talk to you later, my friend. All right, drop by and share your thoughts with us on Facebook about this. We've already got the story posted. Let us know what you think now. More to come.